been a really great experience for us and our players and their families. I'm looking forward to the Hokie Nation showing up in full force tomorrow. In preparation for our game, we have a lot of respect for Arkansas. You know, me personally, growing up in Oklahoma, very familiar with the history of Arkansas football and traditions there. We're looking forward to a fantastic game. So.
Coach, Arkansas's got the leading rusher in the SEC. Looking at him on film, can you compare him to anyone you've seen this year? His style of running.
Oh, I don't know if he is compared to anybody that we've seen. You know, the closest thing I would say is the Connor kid at Pitt. You know, we're talking about a big, powerful, strong, explosive runner. You know, you play Arkansas, it starts with the run game and branches out from there. But it'll be as good a tailback as we've faced, and I think an awful lot of the young man at Pitt. So we'll certainly have a big challenge.
Mention your time in Oklahoma. Talk about your relationship with Bill Blankenship, and kind of what he's meant to you through the years.
Well, it's a long story. We've been together for a long time. You know, he's been a special influence on my life, a tremendous amount of respect for him. Continue to use him as a sounding board to this day. You know, Fayetteville High's got to find one there. I mean, just in terms of mentoring kids and teaching football and preparing people for the real world, there's nobody better. And we stay in constant communication. He's been the mark of a coach is, in my mind, is how many former players stay in contact with you. And I know he's got a whole bunch of them, and I'm certainly one of them.
Travis, can you speak to the layoff? The team's really played a game in about a month. Obviously, both teams deal with it, but do you sense these guys are just kind of anxious to play a game again?
Yeah, and there's always a little bit of uncertainty. You do your best to keep that football conditioning going. You do your best to keep that timing sharp. But it's certainly an issue, and I like the way we've practiced. I like the way our model prepared us to get to this point. But yeah, I can definitely sense our kids have had enough practice. You know, they're ready to do something else. You're ready to play a game, and it doesn't mean they haven't had good focus or haven't done a good job, but it can get a little stale if you're not careful.
To your right, Coach David.
Justin, based on yards per carry, the Virginia and the Miami games were the best rushing games of the season. As you reflected back on the regulars, what separated those two games and allowed you guys to be so effective?
You know, I think part of it was a little bit of a matchup thing. You know, I don't think it was a big scheme issue. You know, we got some pretty decent looks in those two games to run the ball in terms of the number of guys in the box, and you know, we had some decent matchups, but. You know, I don't know if there was just one overriding thing that led to better performances those 2 days than others.
And then how unusual in your experience has it been for your offensive line? It seems has been very, very healthy throughout. I think it'll be the 11th consecutive time you've started the same five. In your experience, is that pretty unusual to keep a group that healthy?
Well, I think that part of that's a benefit of playing with older players. You know, they're almost, with the exception of Nijman, they're juniors or seniors. They're just a little bit more mature in terms of taking care of their body away from practice and games, in terms of being more developed. I think that's helped. I can't think of many seasons that I've had that have been like that before, where guys have managed to stay together and stay healthy. It's been a good thing.
When you look at the matchup with what you guys do well offensively with what Arkansas struggles with, what do you see in that matchup in tomorrow's game?
Well, the first thing is the size of their defensive front. You know, I know they're big on offense, but you know, they're a big physical, athletic defensive front. To me, that's the first thing that we have to be able to handle. They've played quite a bit of man coverage, and there'll be some one-on-one matchups out there that hopefully we can win. But to me, just watching the film, the thing that jumps out at you is the size and athleticism of their defensive line.
Your quarterback, Gerard Evans, what has his bowl preparation been like for you guys?
He's done a good job. You know, Gerard's always working to get better. Playing quarterback well is very important to him. Excuse me, and he's worked diligently since his arrival at Virginia Tech, and really before that, to try and continue to improve as a player. And he's slowly done that, slowly getting better. And you know, and I think that the bowl practices have helped him with that as well. He's continued to improve.
What makes him such a difficult runner to defend?
Well, he's got good size. He's a big, strong kid. And then he does have some explosiveness, and he's aggressive. You know, he's not running the ball looking for the first soft place to get on the ground. You know, I mean, he's trying to get a first down, trying to get extra yards, trying to score. And you combine those things, you know, there's a little bit of an art to that, and he's certainly got some skill.
What are your thoughts on Arkansas's quarterback and what particular problems will he present your secondary?
I am a huge fan. You know, as somebody that enjoys good quarterback play and enjoys watching other guys play the position, I talked to his dad the other night and just told him how impressed I was with him. Talk about a guy that's got anticipation, that's got toughness to hang in the pocket and deliver the football down the field. I've been really, really impressed with him.
You're aware that these seniors would be the first group in school history to make 3 consecutive games?
No, I did not know. I have not made them aware of that. I didn't know that. You should have told me that earlier. I would have used it.
Travis?
Coach, I know you've been getting ready for this one, but have you kept up with the ACC's bowl season so far? Obviously, a pretty good start to the league.
Undefeated, right? Yeah. I'm not surprised by the success. You know, when you look at when I watch NC State on film, I see a very good football team, and you know, a team that took Clemson down to the wire. And you know, I've had a chance just 1 year in this league to see it and evaluate it the best I can, and I think it's a very talented group. There's good coaches and good football players, and I'm not surprised by the success.
Coach over here, David.
I think you were saying that you brought out charts at the beginning of the season and took a look at 10 win seasons past. Why do that then? Why do it that way? Why set that goal in that kind of time frame?
Well, for me, it was I thought it was important early that we pay tribute to what had happened in the past, but also make a clear definition of the vision of where we were going to go. And this was the objective. And you know, this was the Virginia Tech record the last couple years, and this was the record, you know, whatever it was, 5 or 6 years, or 7 or 8 years before that in a row. And this is where we're going back to. In order to do that, this is the workload that we're going to have to undertake. And I was kind of just the plan from the start. And, you know, I said, in order for us to get back to where we believe Virginia Tech should be, we're going to have to get back to the way they used to play in terms of our toughness, in terms of our discipline level. And you know, the kids bought into it. You know, we said we're going to draw the line. Enough is enough. We're not backing away from this challenge. This is exactly what we're going to do, and we're going to go take it head on.